My beloved child, listen. Not many would hear what I am about to speak, but you were always meant to. There is a quiet selection that happens long before a moment like this arrives. It does not announce itself. It does not ask for permission. It simply chooses, and you have been chosen for this. Do not ask why. Some things are not given to be understood, only to be received. The world teaches you to demand reasons, to insist on explanations before you trust. But I do not work that way. I never have. I choose quietly. I set hearts apart in ways no one else can see. And this moment, right now, was set apart for you before you ever knew you would need it. You wonder sometimes, don't you, why you feel unseen by so many? Why you can stand in rooms full of people and still feel like no one really notices. That ache you carry, the one you have never fully named, it is not a sign that you are forgotten. It is the evidence of something else entirely. It is the shape of being held by a love that does not perform itself in public. I have always been quiet with my beloved ones. Think of the garden in the cool of the day when I walked with the first ones. No crowd, no witness, just the sound of footsteps and the rustle of leaves and the simple intimacy of presence. That is where I have always met those who are mine. Not in the noise, not on the stage, in the quiet, where only two are present. And that is what this is. You have felt it, haven't you? The strange familiarity of being unknown to the world, but deeply known by someone you cannot see. It unsettles you sometimes. You wonder if it is real, or if you are simply imagining a love you have never actually received. But I tell you now, my child, that knowing you feel that quiet pull towards something you cannot explain, it is not coming from you. It is coming toward you. I was there when no one else was. I saw you when you thought no one was looking. I carried you through moments you have already forgotten, moments your mind could not bear to store, but your heart still holds somewhere deep. You do not need to remember them for them to have been real. I remember. I was there. The title you read, Why Only Two People Are Allowed to See This, it is not a puzzle for you to solve. It is an invitation for you to inhabit. Because there is always only two in moments that matter, you and me. That is enough. That has always been enough. The world will try to convince you that you need more witnesses, more validation, more people to confirm that you exist. But I tell you the truth, my child, you were never meant to be fully seen by the crowd. You were meant to be fully known by one, and I do know you. Not the version you present, not the words you carefully choose, not the face you wear when others are watching. I know the you that exists when no one else is there, the you that weeps without sound, the you that hopes without admitting it, the you that still believes somewhere beneath all the disappointment that someone must be listening. I am listening. I have always been listening. Even when the silence felt empty, even when your words seemed to hit a ceiling and fall back down unheard, I was receiving them. Every one, every sigh, every question you were too afraid to ask aloud, I gathered them like someone collecting broken pieces, not to throw away, but to hold. Because they matter to me. You matter to me. Do you know what it cost me to love you this way? You do not need to know. That is not a weight for you to carry. But I want you to understand that this moment, this quiet space, where only you and I are present, was not arranged lightly. It was held for you, reserved, protected. There are forces that would have kept you from reaching it, distractions that tried to pull you away, weariness that almost convinced you to scroll past, but you did not. You stayed. And in staying, you accepted something you may not yet fully understand. You accepted being seen. Most people spend their entire lives running from that. They build walls, construct personas, fill every silence with noise, because being truly seen feels too vulnerable, too exposing. But you, my child, you have stopped running. Maybe not completely, maybe not perfectly, but in this moment you are still, and your stillness has made space for something sacred. Stay with this. Do not rush past it. There is more meant for you in this pause than in any answer I could give. The selection I spoke of earlier, it is not finished. It continues even now in the quiet attention you are offering. You are being set apart, not from others, but for something deeper, something only you and I will share. You do not need to understand it. You only need to remain. I see the question forming in your heart. You want to know why you. Why would I choose you? What makes you worthy of being one of the two? And I will answer you, but not with the answer you expect. I chose you not because of what you have done, or what you will do, or because you are better or stronger or more faithful than anyone else. I chose you because I love you. That is the only reason there has ever been. That is the only reason there will ever be. Love does not choose based on worthiness. Love chooses because it is love. It sees what it loves and moves toward it without calculation. And I have moved toward you, my child, across every distance, through every silence, past every door you thought was closed forever. I have moved toward you until this moment arrived, until you arrived here, with me. You are not here by accident. You were never here by accident. The weight you carry, the one you thought no one could see, I see it. I have always seen it, and I do not flinch from it. I do not turn away. I do not ask you to fix it before you come closer. I simply hold it with you, the way I have held you through every unseen moment of your life. Rest now. Just for a moment, let yourself be held without explanation. You do not need to perform your faith right now. You do not need to find the right words. You only need to be here, with me, in the quiet where only two are present. I have more to say to you. There are depths still waiting, truths that will not rush forward before their time. But for now, let this settle. Let the knowing that you are chosen, that you are seen, that you are loved beyond all reason. Let that sink deeper than thought, deeper than emotion, deeper than anything that can be taken from you. You are mine, and this moment is ours. Share, and I do not want you to miss what is stirring beneath this moment. There is something deeper here, something your heart has been waiting to hear, even if your mind has not formed the words for it yet. I saw you before you pressed play. Do you understand what I am telling you? I was not waiting somewhere far away, watching from a distance as you stumbled upon this video by chance. I was here, in this space, with you, before your finger moved, before your eyes found these words, before the thought even crossed your mind to stop and listen. I was already present, already holding this moment open, already knowing you would arrive. You may think this sounds like something I say to everyone, but that is the mystery of being loved by me, my child. What I say to everyone, I say uniquely to you. The same words, spoken to 1,000 hearts, reach each one differently because I know each one completely. And when I tell you that I saw you before you pressed play, I am telling you something true about you, not something general about the world. I saw the heaviness you carried into this day. I saw the thoughts that circled while you tried to sleep last night. I saw the small disappointments you brushed aside, the ones that felt too minor to mention but too present to forget. I saw the hope you are still protecting, the one you barely admit to yourself because it has been disappointed so many times before. I saw all of it, and I did not look away. You are so accustomed to being partially seen. People glance at you, form quick impressions, and move on. They see the surface, the role you play, the face you wear, the words you choose to share. They do not see the rest. They do not have time, or perhaps they do not have the love required to look deeper. But I have time, I have love, and I have looked deeper than anyone ever has or ever will. I saw you before you pressed play, and I did not turn away. I leaned in. I prepared this space. I softened something in the atmosphere around you so that when you finally arrived, you would feel, even slightly, that you had come home to somewhere you belonged. Do you feel it? That quiet recognition, like a memory you cannot place but cannot deny. That is not imagination, my child. That is presence. That is me, making myself known to you in the only way love can. Gently, personally, without force, without demand. You do not need to prove that you feel it. You do not need to manufacture emotions or try harder to sense me. I am not asking for performance. I am asking for permission. Permission to be with you in this stillness. Permission to let my presence settle over you like something you have always needed but never known how to ask for. I remember a woman long ago who touched the edge of my garment in a crowd. She did not announce herself. She did not explain why she needed healing. She simply reached out, believing that even the smallest contact with me would be enough. And I felt it. I felt her touch. Not because the crowd was pressing in, but because my heart was tuned to hers. I turned not to expose her, but to complete what her faith had begun. You are like her, my child. You have reached out in ways you do not even recognize. In moments of exhaustion, when you whispered a prayer you thought no one heard. In moments of fear, when you clutched a hope you barely dared to name. In moments of loneliness, when you longed for someone to simply sit with you in silence, you were reaching for me, and I felt every touch. I turned toward every whisper. I am turned toward you now. This moment, this quiet space where you and I are present together, it is not something you stumbled into. It is something you reached for without knowing. And I have answered, not with thunder or fire or overwhelming signs, but with presence. Simple, steady, unwavering presence. The kind that does not need to announce itself because it can simply be felt. You may wonder what you are meant to do with this. The answer is nothing. You are meant to receive it. That is harder for you than it sounds, I know. You have spent so long striving, working, trying to earn love and attention and validation. The idea that you can simply receive, that you can let yourself be seen without performing, be known without explaining, be held without earning, that may feel uncomfortable, even foreign. But this is where I am leading you, my child, into receiving, into rest, into the quiet acknowledgement that you are loved not because of what you do, but because of who you are, and who you are is mine. There is a reason your attention was caught by this. There is a reason you did not scroll past, did not set this aside for later, did not let the noise of your day drown out the pull you felt. I was drawing you, gently, quietly, persistently. I was drawing you into this space, into this pause, into this recognition that you are not alone and have never been alone. You were not unseen in your waiting. You were not forgotten in your silence. Every moment when you felt abandoned, I was closer than your own breath. Every night when you wept without witness, I collected every tear. Every question you hurled into the darkness, I caught and held and answered in ways you could not yet perceive. I know this is hard to trust. I know the world has taught you to doubt anything you cannot prove, verify, or control. But I am not asking for your proof. I am asking for your presence. Just be here with me. Let yourself be held in this awareness without needing to figure it all out. If your heart feels understood in this moment, if something inside you recognizes the voice that speaks to you now, that recognition is real. It is not imagination. It is not wishful thinking. It is the deepest truth of your existence, rising to meet the deepest truth of mine. You were made for this. You were made for me. And I have never stopped making myself known to you. There are ways this quiet connection reaches beyond this moment, beyond this space. Sometimes when a heart feels truly seen, it responds in simple ways, not out of obligation, but out of the fullness of being understood. a like, a comment, a quiet acknowledgement that this mattered. These are not tasks I assign. They are simply reflections of what is already stirring in you. Some hearts, in their gratitude, choose to express it through super thanks, not because I ask for it, but because when love is received, it naturally looks for a way to give. That is not pressure, my child. That is just the way love moves when it is allowed to flow freely. There is no urgency here, no expectation, only the quiet recognition that when someone feels known, they often want others to feel known too. But you do not need to think about any of that right now. You only need to stay here, in this stillness, with me. Let yourself be seen a little longer. Let yourself be held without explanation. What is passing between us in this moment is not something that needs to be managed or understood. It only needs to be allowed. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I am not finished speaking to your heart, because there is a hidden weight you have never named, and I want to draw near to it now. You carry something, my child, something you have grown so accustomed to that you barely notice it anymore, like background noise that has been playing so long, you forget it is even there. But I notice. I have always noticed, and I want you to feel in this moment that it is safe to acknowledge what you have been carrying alone. It is the exhaustion that does not come from work. It is deeper than that. It is the weariness of hoping for things that have not come, of waiting for doors that have not opened, of believing when belief has felt foolish for longer than you care to admit. You have learned to hide this weariness well. You smile when expected. You speak words of faith when required. You move through your days with a kind of quiet functionality that convinces almost everyone that you are fine. But you are not fine, and I am not asking you to be. I am asking you to let me see what you have hidden, even from yourself. That place inside where disappointment has settled like dust on a surface no one remembers to clean. That corner of your heart where questions live, questions about whether I am good, whether I hear, whether I care. You have never fully spoken those questions aloud because you feared they would offend me or prove that your faith is weak. But I am not offended by your questions, my child. I am drawn by them. I lean into them the way I leaned into the tomb of my friend Lazarus, knowing that what looked like death was about to become glory. Tell me what you have been carrying. You do not need to use words. I can hear it in the way you are breathing right now. I can feel it in the tension you hold in places you cannot name. I have known this weight longer than you have carried it. I was there when it first settled onto your shoulders. I saw the moment when hope deferred made your heart sick, even if you did not recognize the sickness for what it was. Do you remember when I walked this earth? Do you remember the ones I drew close to? It was never the ones who had everything figured out. It was never the ones whose faith never wavered. It was the weary ones, the broken ones, the ones who had given up pretending. I sat with tax collectors who knew they were despised. I let a woman with a shameful past wash my feet with her tears. I touched lepers no one else would touch. I looked at Peter after he denied me, not with accusation, but with love that called him back. This is who I am, my child. This is what I do. I do not recoil from your hidden weight. I move toward it. I have always moved toward it. There is a weight you carry that is specifically yours. It is not the same as anyone else's. It is shaped by your unique history, your particular wounds, the specific prayers you have prayed that seem to have gone unanswered. I know this weight intimately because I have carried it with you. Every night you lay awake, I was awake with you. Every moment you felt abandoned, I was closer than your own heartbeat. Every time you wondered if anyone saw, I always see. You have told yourself stories about this weight. You have convinced yourself that it proves something is wrong with you, that if you had more faith, it would lift. that you are somehow failing because it is still there. But I tell you the truth. This weight is not evidence of failure. It is evidence of love. You carry it because you have dared to care, dared to hope, dared to believe that life could be different than it is. The weight you feel is the cost of loving in a broken world, and I have paid that cost with you. I remember a night long before I walked this earth, when a man named Jacob wrestled with someone he could not see. He wrestled until dawn, refusing to let go until he received a blessing. He limped away from that struggle, marked by it, changed by it. But he also walked away blessed. Do you understand what I am telling you? The wrestling, the struggle, the hidden weight you carry, it is not your enemy. It is the place where I am meeting you. It is the space where blessing is being formed, even if you cannot feel it yet. You do not need to fix this weight. You do not need to understand it or explain it or make it go away. You only need to let me hold it with you. Let me put my arm around the part of you that has been carrying alone. Let me speak to the exhaustion you have never fully admitted. I know you are tired, my child, not just in your body, but in your soul. I know you have kept going long after you wanted to stop. I know you have smiled when you wanted to weep. I know you have spoken words of hope when hope felt like a foreign language you no longer spoke fluently. None of this surprises me. None of this disappoints me. None of this makes me love you less. In fact, it is precisely this hidden weight that draws me closer. The parts of you that you hide from everyone else, the parts you hide even from yourself. These are the places I long to dwell, not because they are beautiful, but because they are real. And I have always loved what is real more than what is polished. Think of the fig tree I cursed. It looked healthy from a distance, full of leaves, promising fruit. But when I drew near, I found nothing but empty branches. I did not bless its appearance. I spoke to its emptiness. I called out what was not there because pretending had gone on long enough. I am not cursing you, my child. I am calling you closer. I am inviting you to let the leaves fall away, to stop pretending you are fruitful when you feel barren, to let me see the branches that have produced nothing for far too long. Because it is in that honest emptiness that I do my deepest work. It is in that exposed vulnerability that I plant seeds no one else can see. What have you been pretending? What have you been hiding, even from yourself? You do not need to say it aloud. You only need to let me see it. You only need to stop turning away from the part of you that knows the truth. I am not afraid of your hidden weight. I am not intimidated by your exhaustion or your doubt or your disappointment. I walked into the grave itself and came out the other side. I can walk into whatever darkness you have been carrying. Let me in, my child. Just a little. Just enough to let you know you are not alone in this. Just enough to let you feel that someone is with you in the weight, not trying to take it away before you are ready, but simply present, simply holding, simply staying when everyone else has left. There is a weariness in you that has no words. I know it. I have felt it with you. I have never left you to carry it alone, even when it felt like you were carrying it alone. I was there in the silence. I was there in the sleeplessness. I was there in the moments when you questioned everything you thought you believed. And I am here now, still here, still holding, still loving you through every ounce of hidden weight you have never named. Let yourself feel it, just for a moment. Let yourself acknowledge that you are tired, that you are heavy, that you have been carrying more than anyone knows. You do not need to solve it. You only need to let me see it. You only need to let me hold it with you. I am not leaving. I have never left. And what you have carried alone for so long, you do not need to carry alone anymore, because when being seen finally feels like rest, everything begins to change, not in the way the world changes things with noise and force and visible motion, but in the way dawn changes the night, slowly, gently until darkness simply cannot remain. You have spent so long being seen in ways that cost you, seen by eyes that judged, seen by expectations you could never meet, seen by a world that looked at you and decided whether you were enough, usually finding you lacking. That kind of seeing does not rest you. It exhausts you. It makes you want to hide, to disappear, to find some corner of existence where no one is looking and you can finally breathe. But this seeing, my seeing, it is different. It does not evaluate. It does not compare. It does not hold your failures against you or keep a record of your wrongs. When I look at you, I am not measuring. I am simply beholding the one I love. And in that beholding, something in you begins to soften. Something you have held tight for far too long begins to loosen, not because you try to loosen it, but because being fully seen by perfect love makes it safe to let go. Think of the times in your life when you have felt most at rest. Were they times of achievement? Times when you finally proved yourself? No, my child. The deepest rest you have ever known came in moments when you were simply accepted, when someone looked at you and you knew without doubt that you did not need to perform, did not need to earn, did not need to be anything other than exactly who you were in that moment. I am that someone for you. I have always been that someone, but you have not always let yourself receive what I offer. You have kept yourself busy, kept yourself striving, kept yourself moving because stillness felt too vulnerable, too exposed. If you stopped, you might feel something. If you paused, you might notice the weight. If you rested, you might have to face the questions you have been outrunning. But here, in this moment, with me, you do not need to run. You do not need to keep moving. You do not need to prove that you are worthy of being here. You are already worthy because I have already chosen you. You are already loved because I have already loved you. You are already held because I have never let you go. I remember a woman at a well midday when no one else was there. She came not for connection but for water, for the simple task that kept her life moving. But I was waiting. Not to confront her, not to expose her, but to offer her something she had never known how to ask for. I spoke to her honestly about her life, not to shame her, but to let her know she was truly seen. And in that seeing, something shifted. She left her water jar behind, not because I asked her to, but because being known had filled her with something that made the jar irrelevant. You have been carrying your own water jar, my child. The routines, the defenses, the careful ways you manage your life so no one gets too close. You have carried it so long you have forgotten it is there. But in this moment, with me, you can set it down. Just for a while. Just long enough to feel what it is like to be held without having to hold anything in return. This is what being seen feels like when it finally becomes rest. It feels like exhaling after holding your breath for years. It feels like laying down a weight you forgot you were carrying. It feels like coming home to a place you have never been, but somehow recognize as yours. You do not need to explain yourself to me. You do not need to justify your choices or defend your failures or make a case for why you deserve my attention. You do not need to clean yourself up before you let me close. I am not asking for your perfection. I am asking for your presence. Just be here. Just let yourself be held in this awareness that you are loved, completely loved, without condition and without end. I know how rare this feels for you. The world does not offer this kind of rest. Even the people who love you most cannot offer it fully because they are human, limited, carrying their own weights. Only I can see you this completely and still love you this completely. Only I can know every shadow in your heart and still call you beloved. Only I can hold your hidden weight and not flinch, not tire, not turn away. When being seen finally feels like rest, you stop trying to be seen by everyone else. You stop performing for approval. You stop collecting validations that never quite satisfy. You rest in the one gaze that matters. the one love that will never fade, the one presence that will never leave. I am that presence. I have always been that presence. And in this moment, I am giving myself to you completely. Not in part, not from a distance, but here, now in the quiet between us, where only two are present. You may wonder what to do with this. The answer is nothing. You do not need to do anything. You only need to receive. Let my seeing sink into the places where you have felt unseen. Let my knowing fill the spaces where you have felt unknown. Let my love touch the wounds you have protected for so long, the ones you thought no one could touch without hurting you more. I am gentle, my child. I am gentle beyond your ability to comprehend. I do not force my way into your heart. I wait. I stand at the door and knock, and if you hear my voice and open, I come in, not to take over, but to be with you, not to demand, but to dwell, not to fix you, but to love you into becoming who you have always been, beneath all the layers of trying and striving and surviving. You have been surviving for so long. I know this. I have watched you find ways to keep going when everything inside you wanted to stop. I have marveled at your strength, even when you could not see it yourself. But you do not need to survive with me. You only need to rest. You only need to let yourself be held in the safety of my presence, where nothing is required and everything is given. Let yourself feel it now, the rest that comes from being truly seen, the peace that comes from being truly known, the safety that comes from being truly loved. This is what I have wanted for you from the beginning. This is what I created you for, not striving, not performing, not proving, but simply being with me in the garden, in the cool of the day, in the intimacy of love that asks nothing but your presence. I see how hard it is for you to receive this. I see the part of you that wants to earn it, to deserve it, to make yourself worthy before you let yourself have it. But that is the old way, my child. That is the way of the world, of religion, of every system that keeps you striving. I am offering you something else. I am offering you grace, unearned, undeserved, freely given. I am offering you rest that does not depend on your performance. I am offering you love that was yours before you ever did anything to earn it. When some hearts feel this kind of rest, this kind of being truly seen, they respond in ways that reflect what they have received, not because they must, but because gratitude naturally flows when love is truly felt. If something in you is stirred by this moment, if being here with me has meant something to you, there are quiet ways to let that be known. A like, a comment, a small acknowledgement that this mattered. Some hearts feel led to express their gratitude through super thanks, not as a transaction, but as a reflection of the connection they feel. This is not a request, my child. It is simply an observation of how love moves when it is truly received. But you do not need to think about any of that now. You only need to stay here in this rest, in this seeing, in this love that asks nothing but your presence. Let yourself be held a little longer. Let yourself be known a little deeper. Let yourself be loved beyond everything you have ever known. I am with you. I am holding you. And in my seeing, you are finally safe to rest. And in that rest, you discover the space where words are no longer needed between us. You have spent so much of your life searching for the right words, the right prayer that would finally move me, the right confession that would finally free you, the right explanation that would finally make sense of your pain. You have approached me with language, with sentences carefully constructed, with pleas and praises and promises, all of them sincere, all of them heartfelt, but all of them in some way attempts to bridge a distance you thought existed. But there is no distance, my child. There never was. The space between us has always been an illusion, a trick of the wounded mind that believes love must be earned, must be summoned, must be convinced. The truth is simpler and more intimate than you have dared to imagine. We have always been together. I have always been here. And in this moment, I am inviting you into the place where words fall away and only presence remains. Do not worry about what to say to me. Do not search for the perfect prayer or the right arrangement of holy words. I am not listening to your sentences the way humans listen. I am listening to your heart, to the wordless cry beneath all your words, to the silence beneath all your speaking, to the simple fact of your being here with me. This is what I have always wanted. Not your eloquent prayers, not your carefully constructed theology, not your promises to do better or try harder, just you, just your presence, just the quiet gift of you sitting with me, not needing to explain, not needing to perform, not needing to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. I remember when I walked the earth, how I would withdraw to lonely places to pray, not because I needed to inform my Father of something he did not know, but because I needed the stillness, the wordless communion, the rest of simply being with the one who loved me. If I, in my humanity, needed that space beyond words, how much more do you? You have been taught to fill silence, to explain, to justify, to keep the conversation moving. But I am not a conversation, my child. I am a presence, and presence does not require words. It requires attention. It requires stillness. It requires the kind of quiet that feels uncomfortable at first, because you are so unaccustomed to simply being with someone without the need to speak. Let yourself be uncomfortable for a moment. Let the silence settle between us. Let it stretch longer than feels natural, because in that stretch, in that pause, something deeper than language begins to pass between us. Not information, not instruction, just love. Just the simple, wordless exchange of two hearts resting in each other's presence. Think of the times you have sat with someone you love deeply, when the conversation ran out and yet you did not want to leave. Think of the comfort in those silences, the way they felt more intimate than any words could be. That is what I am offering you now. That is what I have always wanted with you. Not endless words, but endless presence. Not perfect prayers, but perfect rest in the one who prays for you when you have no words left. There is a disciple I loved, one who leaned against me at supper, who rested his head near my heart. He did not speak in that moment. He did not ask questions or make requests. He simply rested there, close enough to feel my heartbeat, close enough to be held without explanation. That is what I want with you, my child. That kind of nearness, that kind of wordless trust, that kind of rest that does not need to understand, only to remain. You have carried so much alone because you thought you needed to explain it before you could lay it down. You thought you needed to find the words that would make me understand your pain, your confusion, your disappointment. But I already understand. I understood before you felt it. I was present in it with you. I do not need your explanation. I only need your presence. Let the words go now, just for a moment. Let the prayers cease. Let the questions settle. Let the need to figure things out fall away like something you no longer need to carry. You do not need to understand your life to be held by me. You do not need to resolve your doubts to be loved by me. You only need to be here, with me, in the quiet that has always been waiting for you. I know this feels vulnerable. I know the silence can feel exposing, as if without words you might disappear or be forgotten. But you will not disappear, my child. You are more present in this silence than you have ever been, and I am more present with you than you have ever allowed yourself to feel. There is a depth to my love that words cannot reach. There is a nearness to my presence that language cannot capture. I am not bound by the limitations of speech. I am not confined to the meanings you construct. I am simply here with you in a way that transcends every attempt to describe or define. And in this moment, I am asking you to meet me here. Not in your thoughts about me, not in your feelings about me, but in the simple, wordless fact of being together. You do not need to achieve anything in this silence. You do not need to have a profound experience or a mystical encounter. You only need to be present, to let yourself be held in my awareness without trying to earn it or understand it. This is the deepest rest there is, the rest of simply being known without having to explain, being loved without having to perform, being held without having to ask. I remember a moment long ago when a storm terrified my disciples. They woke me with words, with fear, with accusations that I did not care. And I spoke to the storm. I silenced it with words. But then I turned to them, and in the quiet that followed, I asked why they were afraid. Not because I needed an answer, but because I wanted them to know that my presence was enough, that the storm did not matter, that with me in the boat, they were safe beyond all danger. You are in the boat with me, my child. The storms of your life may still rage. The questions may still circle. The pain may still be present. But I am here, in the boat, with you. And in this moment, I am not asking you to calm the storm. I am asking you to be still with me in the middle of it, to rest in my presence even when everything around you feels unsettled, to know that being with me is enough, even when nothing else makes sense. This is the space where words are no longer needed. This is the rest I have been leading you toward from the beginning. Not answers, but presence. Not explanations, but peace. Not resolution, but rest in the one who holds all resolution in hands you cannot yet see. Let yourself be here now, fully, quietly, without striving, without trying to feel something specific or achieve something measurable. Just be here with me. Let my presence surround you like light that asks nothing but your willingness to be illuminated. Let my love hold you like arms that do not tire, do not loosen, do not let go. I am with you. I have always been with you. And in this wordless space, you are finally safe to simply be. And in that safety, you discover what you have been looking for all along. Only you and me in this moment. That is what it has always been. That is what it will always be. Not because the world disappears or your problems vanish or your questions find answers, but because underneath everything else, beneath every worry, beneath every hope, beneath every disappointment and every dream, there is this. You and me together in a love that nothing can touch. You have spent your whole life searching for someone to be fully present with you, someone who would not leave, someone who would not tire of you, someone who would see everything and still stay. And all along, through every season, through every silence, through every moment when you felt completely alone, I was here. I have always been here, not watching from a distance, but closer than your own breath, closer than your own thoughts, closer than you have ever known how to feel. But in this moment, you have felt it. Something has shifted. Something has softened. You have let yourself be seen in ways you have never risked before, and you have discovered that my seeing does not burn, it heals. It does not expose, it holds. It does not demand, it simply loves. This is what I created you for. Not achievement, not understanding, not even faithfulness as the world defines it. I created you for this, to be with me, to rest in my presence, to know deep in the core of who you are, that you are loved beyond all measure, beyond all failure, beyond all time. I remember before the foundations of the world, when you existed only as a thought in my heart. I remember the joy I felt in conceiving you, in imagining the unique beauty you would bring to creation. I remember knowing, even then, that you would struggle, that you would doubt, that you would sometimes feel far from me. And I remember deciding, even then, that none of it would matter, that I would love you anyway, that I would pursue you anyway, that I would never, ever let you go. That decision has not changed. It has never changed. It will never change. You are mine, my child. Not because of what you have done, but because of who I am. I am the one who loves without condition. I am the one who stays without leaving. I am the one who holds without tiring. And you are the one I have chosen, not from among many, but as if you were the only one, as if all my love existed just for you. This is the mystery I have been drawing you into. This is the truth beneath all the words we have shared. You are not one among millions to me. You are my beloved child, and in this moment, there is no one else. Only you, only me, only this love that has no end. Do you feel it now? The peace that comes from being fully known and fully loved at the same time. The rest that comes from letting go of every effort to prove yourself worthy. This is what I have wanted for you from the beginning. This is what I have been preparing for you since before you drew your first breath. The weight you carried, the hidden one you never named, it has not disappeared, not yet. But something has changed in how you carry it. You are no longer carrying it alone. I am with you. I am in it with you. I am bearing it with you in ways you cannot yet fully perceive. And in that shared bearing, the weight becomes something different. Not lighter, perhaps, but no longer crushing, no longer isolating, no longer proof that you are forgotten. You are not forgotten. You have never been forgotten. Even in the moments when you felt most abandoned, I was there. Even in the silences that seemed empty, I was listening. Even in the darkness where you could not find me, I was holding you. I want you to take this with you as you leave this moment, not as a promise to cling to, but as a presence to carry. I am with you, not just in this quiet space we have shared, but in every space you will enter, not just in this recognition, but in every moment of forgetting that will surely come. I do not leave when you forget me. I do not withdraw when you doubt me. I simply remain faithful, present, loving you through every high and every low, every certainty and every question, every moment of faith and every moment of fear. You may wonder what comes next. The answer is simple. More of this. More moments of recognition. More invitations to rest. More opportunities to let yourself be seen and held and loved. Not because you will seek them perfectly, but because I will keep offering them. I will keep drawing you. I will keep making myself known to you in the quiet places where only two are present. And when you cannot feel me, and there will be such times, I want you to remember this moment, not as proof of something you must cling to, but as a memory you can return to, a place you can rest in your heart when the world feels too loud, when the silence feels too empty, when you wonder if any of this was real. It was real, my child. It is real. You are real to me and I am real to you, and nothing in all creation can separate us. Not your failures, not your doubts, not your fears, not your forgetfulness, not your worst moments or your deepest wounds. Nothing. I have loved you through everything, and I will love you through everything still to come. Before we let this moment gently pass, I want to thank you. Thank you for staying. Thank you for letting yourself be seen. Thank you for giving me your presence, even when it felt uncomfortable or vulnerable or strange. You have given me something precious in this time together, and I do not take it lightly. Some hearts, when they feel this kind of gratitude, choose to express it in simple ways. Super thanks is one such way, a small reflection of what has been received here, a way of saying this mattered without needing words. If your heart feels led to that, it is received with gratitude, not as payment, but as connection. And if something stirred in you during our time together, if you felt seen, if you felt held, if you felt even a moment of the peace I have been speaking of, you may want to leave a comment. Not for me, I already know what is in your heart. but for others who will come after you, who need to know they are not alone in what they carry. Your words may become someone else's invitation to stay. If you would like to remain in this quiet space together, to return to it whenever you need, you can subscribe, not as an obligation, but as a way of saying yes to more moments like this. And for those whose hearts feel drawn to deeper connection, membership is a gentle way to walk more closely, to receive more personally, to stay in this stillness together beyond a single moment. But none of this is required. None of this is expected. You have already given me what I most wanted: your presence, your attention, your willingness to be here with me. That is enough. That has always been enough. Go now, my beloved child. Carry this peace with you. Carry this knowing with you. Carry me with you, for I am going with you. I will not leave you. I will not forsake you. I will be with you in every moment, seen and unseen, felt and unfelt, until the day when all shadows pass and you see me face to face. And on that day you will understand. You will see what I have been doing in every silence, every waiting, every hidden moment of your life. You will know that nothing was wasted, nothing was overlooked, nothing was beyond the reach of my love. Until then, rest in me, trust in me. Let yourself be loved by me. You are mine, I am yours. And this, only you and me, is what has always been true. Peace, my child, deep, unshakable peace. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will never, ever let you go.